What up, peeps and peepettes? MorbTron here today with more Dark and Light. And I just want to thank you all so very much for all your support in the prior episode of Dark and Light. If you like this one, do not forget, hit that like button and subscribe for more daily content. So guys, today, exciting news. This is actually coming to you from my own private Dark and Light server. No longer single player. You can see here we have let me go into house management. We've got I'm the house owner, which is like a tribe in Ark, which is what I'm sure most of my viewers are familiar with. We got the Houseatron, and so far it's me, Vinny Prime, and Lane. The server is going to be opened up to all of my patrons from Patreon, so that'll be neat. There'll be a lot of people we're playing with, and possibly more as time goes on. I don't know why the ceiling was damaged, but anyway. So today we're kind of like, yeah, obviously I'm level 38 right now. I've done some work, right? I've done some stuff in the game. Actually, so the server settings, like XP gain is turned up like 5 times, taming is turned up 10 times. A lot of stuff is cranked up, just to like be able to unlock all of the things and really like enjoy the game. So that's why, like, my last night, not your guys' last night, my last night, I streamed Dark and Light on the server, and we got to like 32, and then while prepping for this episode I got to level 38. So I'll actually be streaming more of this tonight, the day that this is releasing, at 8 p.m. Central Time on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/MorbTron. So if you're interested in watching more of the Dark and Light shenanigans, pop over there and say hi, say what's up. I'll have a link in the description down below to my Twitch channel. We're going to get right into more building. Let's see, I've kind of like set up a crafting area already. Already. And that's just because I needed to craft things, like my armor is broken because panthers are mean. And they do a ton of damage. Ton of damage. It's ridiculous how much damage panthers do. Ridiculous how much damage they do. So, let's go. Jeez. These ceilings. Okay, so these ceilings are giving me one hell of a time. I just wish they would like pick a direction to go. Like, so the game plays a lot like Ark, and this is okay. So fair warning, the game is about to be very loud right now for a short amount of time for an unknown reason. I have no clue. So there are these neutral creatures called light aspects or light elements or something. They're ladies made out of light, basically. And up until like a few days ago, up until yesterday-ish, they were nice and quiet, and they kept to themselves, and they didn't cause a bunch of noise. But now whenever they're in combat with anything, they are super, super, super loud. And they just won't ever shut up. God, this is so annoying. I literally cannot get these ceilings to snap a non-stupid way. I'm gonna like go through so many ceilings, just like getting these things to snap the direction I want to get them to snap. It's so dumb. But my Ark OCD will kick in if I don't get these to snap the right way. Super dumb. Super dumb. Can we get up here like that? We sure can. So we have second floor. Floor number 2 up here. We got the sweet chimney. So something about this sweet chimney that I think the game developer really needs to take a look at. The reason why I was like, oh, I'm going to make a stone fireplace is because you should be able to cook in it, right? Well, you can cook in it. You can cook everything but the basic meat. So You can cook mushrooms for whatever reason. I didn't even know you can harvest mushrooms. You can cook spiced meat, which takes cooked meat and berries, and then you can cook fine meat, which is like prime meat in Ark. I'm assuming. I haven't gotten any yet, but I'm assuming that's what that means. But you cannot cook the basic cooked meat in there. So you have to put it down a regular fireplace to make the basic cooked meat. Why? I don't get it. I just don't. But anywho, there's always the whys and the why is this a thing? Why is this like that? And there's another thing too. The game will make you randomly drop whatever you're carrying sometimes. Like just a random thing. Has no real rhyme or reason as to why you drop things. It's just like when you close your inventory, sometimes you just randomly drop something. And I hope that gets fixed sooner rather than later. Because it is rather annoying. But it is a very early release game, and for being what it is of an early release game, it is really, really good. The game is super fun. It's challenging. Like, even though I have the settings kind of cranked on this server, it is still pretty freaking hard. You can die very easily. Like panthers and things like that, and it's rough. It's a rough life out there sometimes. Well, okay, random combat flail. It's supposed to be a combat roll, but that was more like a combat flail, you know. Whatevs. Whatevs floats the boat, I guess. Oh, okay, I fell down. You see, I'm building on pillars, and they kind of got the same derpy thing that Ark does with, like, this is a support structure, and it is giving support, but there's an air gap there, so, I mean, it looks a little derpy, but it's a thing. It's a thing. Just ignore it. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. So you'll notice I'm building, like, over a cliff, right? And I don't know if it'll work or not, but that's to kind of give myself a little bit of protection against enemies. And not enemy players, but enemy NPCs. Because the enemy NPCs are jerk faces. Like, absolute 100% jerk faces. And they will wreck your face. In the face. If they have a chance to. So, like, you have to be super, super, super careful. And even if you're super, super, super careful, probably still gonna die. So, why can't I snap that in the middle? That's kind of cool. Not what I want to do at all, but... Oh, it's because that's not in the middle. Ah. Where do I want you? You can go there. I'm actually going to need to go make some walls, because I didn't farm up enough stuff to make all the stuff I needed. Do all the stuff. So I actually got quite a bit of stuff here. Let's see, how many walls can I make? Walls, looking for regular walls. Walls, 12, make those. Make the 12 walls. So this character, like most people when they're playing Dark and Light, they go for casting magic and stuff, and they throw fireballs and lightning and ice lances type things, like ice balls and things like that. My character is more based around doing melee damage, but not necessarily melee damage as in swords and spears and stuff like that. More is like melee damage while being a cat, currently. Later on, I'll be able to turn into a wyvern. I just have to grind some stuff that isn't, you know, building materials. So, I actually have the spell right now on me to turn into a kitty cat. We'll do that here in a bit. But I wanted to get some base building done, because base building is super fun. There we go. There's that one. Can I make one more? Can I make one more? I only needed one more. No? Because that's the way that this game goes now? Okay, so I need more wood. So we're gonna go farm more wood. Whoop, random combat roll. So it's the same controls as any PC survival game. Use your mouse to look around. You use WASD to move. If you hold W to go forward and hit A or D, you strafe. But if you're like me and you kind of spam A and D sometimes when you're strafing or when you're running forward with W to make yourself like strafe a tiny bit, sometimes you'll combat roll like that. Which, I mean, it's useful in combat, but while you're trying to do something and you accidentally like spam a button instead of click a button, you combat roll randomly. So we need some apples because I notice my thirst is getting down there. So is my hunger. And we're just going to eat all the apples. I'm not going to have to see a doctor for a long time in this game. I'm just eating all the apples. So this right here is a drop. So like in Ark, you have like the little crystal things that come down from the sky. Well, in this game, they're meteors. And unlike in Ark, they're not like weapons and blueprints and stuff. You'll find like materials. So this is like iron ore. That's copper ore. I'm not out here to farm for that, and that's not very much of it. So I'm not too worried about collecting that. But random combat roll. It's not just that too, because enemies will spawn, like evil NPCs will spawn from those resource meteorites. And right now, so far, I've seen 3 different levels of loot meteorite. There's like a regular, like the non-goofy colored meteorite that's like, it glows red and orange, like it's on regular fire. Those will spawn like a skeleton dude. The green ones and the blue ones that I've seen so far, those will release things called Reapers, which look like the Grim Reaper that kind of float around. They have a huge scythe and completely wreck face. They're extremely dangerous, and I've been killed by them a couple times. But so far, the deadliest creature that I've had the misfortunes of running into quite often is the panther. The panthers are kind of everywhere. To the fact that they can be anywhere, pretty much. In my solo game, when I started out, they were literally right next to the starting town. So, and yesterday, for me yesterday, the game developer released an update that I think rebalanced some of the NPCs and the creatures, and the panthers got even more dangerous from that update, which I don't think needed to be a thing, but it happened, and I guess the game is just more difficult now. So, if you're up for a challenge, this game is the game for you. That's for sure, and I like it because it's like a more refined version of Ark, a game that I love to play. So, the building mechanics are really, really close to almost exactly alike as Ark. The building material, like the actual building assets, though, I believe look better, in my opinion, than Ark's building assets. And the game is actually made by a parent company of Wildcard, so a lot of the framework behind the scenes in the game is the same. So they're using the same engine, which a lot of games out there use the Unreal 4 engine, so it's no real surprise there. But a lot of their back-end coding is exactly alike. It's actually just a straight-up copy, and then they modified it for this game, which is perfectly fine. It works. So if it's not broken, you know, why fix it? Basically. So how many of these roof sections do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 10. Let's not overproduce, so let's make 10. So, and you can tame creatures in this game too. On stream yesterday, I tamed a stag, which is like a megalosaurus, basically, you know. They have horns like a megalosaurus, and they look like an elk, like a megalosaurus. And basically, it's a megalosaurus. And the taming in this game, however, is not topor. It uses tethers. So, like, you snare an enemy or an NPC or a creature to the ground that you're trying to tame. And then you, oh, it's made one too many simple roofs. Rip. The dream. Let's replace that one with that for fun. And craft all 3 ceilings. We'll need to go farm for more wood. Not a big deal, as it's kinda everywhere because it's wood. That can go there, and I'm gonna put my bed in this little cubby hole. That seems like a good spot for a bed. Yes, please snap that way. No! Why? So annoying. Alright, we're gonna go farm some more wood. And this is the first time I've made like a multi-story thing in this game, and it seems to work pretty good. I kind of wish the stairs were more like stairs and not like ramps. But it is what it is. So I also wish there weren't little air gaps right there, but like it is what it is. So the game is very, very new, and it's only going to get much, much better. And I cannot wait to see what sort of mod developers kick out for this game. I think it's a great looking game, and the fact that there's already so much to do in a game this new, a survival game this new, really kind of shows what this developer is capable of. So, it is not Wildcard, so it is not like the exact team that makes Ark, but you can tell they definitely use that as a jumping off point. So, I think it's a great start. I think it's a great game. So, and a lot of people are comparing it to the game Citadel. I'm not really sure why, because I have not played Citadel myself. I have seen it played by other content creators, and it doesn't really look the same to me. Like, not only graphically, I think this game looks better than Citadel, but I think the gameplay seems a little bit better than Citadel as well. I could be crazy. I could be showing a little bit of bias, a little bit of loyalty to Wildcard and their affiliate developers, but it's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So, I think I would like this game a lot more if I was able to go first person in it. But, all things considered, it's not that big of a deal to be locked into third person. You do get to appreciate the very snazzy looking armor that they designed. There's a ton of work went into, like, even the most minute things for this game. You can just tell. Alright, can I get the, like, I don't really care at this point. Can I just get the roofs to snap in the same direction? You can definitely tell that they're affiliated with Wildcard because of little little things, little snippets of coding from Ark that don't really play very well with people that have. I'm not trying to make light of an actual disorder, but like video game OCD, where if things aren't like perfect, like I obsess over it. Like everything needs to be the same. You know, they can't be like mismatched. But because I would go nuts. So let's see if we can make a bed. Bed. What do we need? We need hide and we need fur. Looks like that's all we need. I should actually have hide in here, which this is the magic workbench. And if you're wondering how to make or how to unlock this magic workbench, because I spent like hours on trying to figure it out, you have to level up. I'm not even going to try to... Well, I'm going to try to pronounce it. No, I'm not. Whatever this skill is, level it up to rank 2. And you'll unlock the magic bench. And then you can level up your beast magic. And eventually make other things in it too, I'm sure. It's just the beast magic is the first thing, the first spells that you can make in it. So, it's kind of cool. I need fur. I think I have fur in this chest, maybe? I have fur in this chest? I do have fur in this chest. I have a ton of fur in this chest. I have one more hide in this chest, too. Bed. Yay. So then we're going to put more stuff up here too, like dining room table, things like that, cooking pot. Make it look more like a house sort of thing. Oh, there we go with a random combat dodge. Bed. Huzzah. We'll also put like a resurrection shrine up here as well, which like you don't respawn in a bed, which to me seems weird. Like the only thing you do in this bed is you actually literally have to sleep in it sometimes. We're gonna need a resurrection stone to revive at our base, which isn't a big deal. Not a big deal at all, actually. It's just they might be a little bit on the expensive side. Let's take a look here. They're made in here. Let's see. Structure, wood, store. Nope, that's not it. Magic. No, it's magic resist armor. Special. What are you? Oh, you're the iron boots. Okay. So the iron boots have way less. Huh. Medium armor. I'm wearing copper. Okay, whatever. Whatever. It's a shield. Ah, here we go. So I need magic shards and I need wood. That's actually not that big of a deal. I might have magic shards in here, this here deal. Are magic shards not there? I don't have enough. Let's just go farm some more. Again, not a big deal. Oh, I just went into kitty cat form, actually. Okay, so I wasn't going to show this off until later, but here's kitty cat form. I didn't know I had kitty cat form equipped. Rip. We're going to see if there's anything to kill out here. So, oh, there's another kitty cat to kill, actually. Oh. Actually came very close to killing us. So I'm going to get out of kitty cat form here. There. And you see how I got out of kitty cat form was I attacked until I ran out of stamina, and then I kept attacking to increase my constitution, which is kind of like Topor. And once I reached maximum constitution, or 1 point away from knocking myself unconscious for a little while, I got out of kitty cat form. So If you want to stay in kitty cat form for longer, it's actually called like panther form or something. Or I think it's called Deathstalker Form. But kitty cat form sounds better. So if you want to stay in kitty cat form for longer, you want to buff your stamina. So we're going to switch out the spell real quick for not kitty cat form. So I can actually harvest these trees for magic things. It's unfortunate that I used kitty cat form so soon because I wasn't... the kitty cat form is actually really, really expensive to make. In my opinion, anyway, right now. I know there's more spells that are more expensive, but for what it is, I think the kitty cat form is overly expensive, maybe. Let's say that. There also is polymorph, which is fun. You can turn something into a sheep. Also runs out of charge very quickly. You can only polymorph 3 times before the spell breaks, and you have to either make a new one or repair it. But, you know, whatever. We'll actually go, we'll polymorph something here in a little bit. We'll end with polymorphing something, because we're almost to the point where we can call it an episode. I just want to get something that Resurrection Stone crafted. So, yeah, hopefully you all enjoy Dark and Light, because I am loving this game a lot. And it's going to be on my channel a lot. And it's going to be... I'm going to stream it on Twitch a lot, too. I think I'm going to be kind of like switching between Arc and Dark and Light. That way, like, I still love Arc. But I have a lot more stuff to do in this game than I do in Arc. Since this game is so new. Put that in there. Hopefully I have enough. Wood and make. Sweet. Bam. Oh, okay. Another random combat roll. I'm good at doing the random combat rolls. That can go there. Oh, this is actually a house workstation. Oh, rip. I wasn't paying attention when I made, so I made a house workstation. Alright, whatever. Whoops. I'll have to make the thing I actually meant to make later. Off camera, because I don't want to have this episode be super long. We're just going to throw this meat in the ground, because I will never be able to cook that fast enough. It'll all just expire, because I have a ton of it already. Let's just throw the rocks in the ground as well. And we'll save the rest of that stuff. So let's go back into kitty cat form. So kitty cat form was doing 74 damage per swing. I want to see if kitty cat form does more damage if we bump our melee up. And so I've actually been sitting on some points to increase it for a little bit here. So let's go ahead and pump 4 more levels into attack. We'll put the 5th into health. There we have it. Alright, so we got kitty cat form on the staff. And then if you hit Q, you actually put the staff or whatever weapon you have on your back, which I think is really cool. Oh, okay, so there's a blue drop, which means there's going to be a Reaper around here. Yep, there's a Reaper right down there, and it's going to die to these treants. The treants actually do a lot of damage. They're extremely dangerous, but they're also neutral. So as long as you don't try to kill them, they won't murder you in the face. So let's see here. What do we get? Uncommon druidic shoes. Those are kind of garbage, but I'll pick them up anyway. So we need to look for something to kill here. Something to get into combat with. There's some goblins around here that will do just fine. And let's go into kitty cat form. Rawr. Oh, here, this guy will work too. I'm actually doing less damage than I was. Maybe I wasn't doing 74 damage. Maybe I was doing less than 74. I'm not too terribly sure. And then I think that, yeah, that tree guy is angry at me. That is fine. Let's kill this unicorn. I haven't killed a unicorn yet in this game. Oh, there we go. And then we ran out of stuff. Alright, so I don't even know if it's possible to kill a unicorn. I just did quite a bit of damage to it. Let's polymorph it. What did I just drop on the ground? Yep, I don't want to drop that. Let's kitty cat form. And polymorph. And you're a sheep now, unicorn. The unicorn sheep. And it'll stay polymorphed until you hit it. So, like, or it'll also just time out as well. But, polymorph again. It's immune. Must be a cooldown on it. I haven't really played around with these spells too much because they're kind of expensive. Well, let's polymorph this tree. That tree is now a sheep. And the spell broke, so I can't cast it again. So yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. But let's go back up. Let's take a look at the masterpiece that we built here. And the reason why I built it, okay, so, let me run up the hill. No. No, game, no, let me run up the hill, no. Okay, there we go. The reason why I built my base, where I built my base, is because there's a bunch of iron, and copper, and other metals, like mithril, and there's some other, like, rare stuff that I haven't figured out what it's for yet. It's like dark metal, or dark something, I don't know. That's probably a crafting resource for much later on in the game. But I don't know, we'll figure it out. But I figured it was a good area because the drop spawns there, which is way down the cliff from my base. So the chances of a Reaper getting into it are pretty slim to none. And I kind of like the location. The location's good because there's a bunch of rare resources around here. But guys, that is going to be it. That is going to be it for the episode. So if you liked it, hit that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe for more daily content. If you have anything to say, do it in the comment section down below. Do not forget to have a good day, everybody. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.